Good morning, everybody. Day 8 of practice. Nothing new today as well, kind of like yesterday. Um, I've changed my plan a little bit. We didn't get through everything yesterday, but rather than going back or doing those three and then going back and reviewing, I'm going to review the entire series and I'm going to give myself as much time as I need to play it at the tempo I want to be able to play it at. Um, I'm gonna just play at 120 each scale until I get to the ones I need to work on, and I'll decide that. Like I'll give it 5 reps. If I mess up more than two of them, then I'll go back and practice them a little bit. This shouldn't take too long. We're gonna cap it at an hour because I have to work out today because I didn't yesterday. I decided to just go home and go to bed. Though, like an idiot, I stayed up till 12:30 anyway, so I was really sleepy today. But shout out to Monster for making absolutely fantastic sugar-free drinks. Let me tell you, there might be chemicals to kill several creatures with cancer in those drinks, but if it's only 10 calories with 0 carbs, what more could a guy like me ask for with something like that? It's a miracle we have drinks that tasty for sugar-free. A lot of drinks that are sugar-free taste like metal for some reason to me. So when I get one that doesn't, like Monster, it's actually impressive. It's not like my favorite flavor of Monster does have sugar in it. If you're curious, it's the Pipeline Punch flavor. But my second favorite is the classic White Monster, and that is 0 sugar. And it is one of the best flavors of any drink, never mind Monster, who's already got like the best catalog of flavors in existence. I've only ever had one flavor of Monster I didn't like, and that's the recent strawberry lemonade flavor. All the rest of their flavors are fantastic. Not sponsored, by the way. Could you imagine if I was sponsored by Monster? I'd have a much nicer saxophone than this one. This one's fantastic. Like, man, that'd be cool. But yeah, so Monster, if you want to sponsor, have at it, man. But no, I'm not sponsored. I just shout out to Monster because they do a good thing with their drinks. I think it's actually a blessing that Monsters can be good at 0 sugar and not like good and healthy way, just delicious. Kind of like flavored water or something. Like it's just good. Like there's no reason to beat around the bush. It's just good drink. So yeah, that helped a lot. Pretty easy day at work today. We were just running back stock and such. So I'm not exactly tired right now. My eyes are heavy, but that's just because I didn't get as much sleep as I'd have liked. I'm actually quite hyper right now because that caffeine is still running through my system. Haven't checked my weight in a couple days. Probably went up because I ate ice cream yesterday and chocolate pretzels the day before. So, yeah, probably not real good right now. But today, I think I'll be eating pretty healthy. There's nothing around the house that I can eat that would make me gain a whole bunch of weight except just the sheer amount of food. So I think we'll be all right today. We'll probably go right back down to 305 pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm still testing this whole Geneva or Lake Geneva thing. That's the lake I'm at currently. So we're still under the awning. I'm gonna go out into the sand probably, if today is, what is it, Friday? Today's Friday, so probably Sunday I'll go down there and practice. So yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. All my announcements. I'm trying to be quick so I can actually get some practice done. But yeah, just going ball. So we're gonna play all of the scales and exercises at 120 beats per minute until I can get them pretty good, and then move on. This is what I used to do. This is how I used to practice scales. And the reason this is bad is because you'll reinforce bad habits. But if I had practiced those scales as much as I needed to, then I won't have bad habits. I'll just need to warm up. I haven't warmed up yet, by the way. So I yeah, that's the logic behind this. Is it's kind of showing me what I need to work on, because I can just play all my scales at a low speed and be fine, but this is where it counts. Like, this is where I need to be locked in. So yeah, this is a good exercise for me. I don't want to stay on the F series too much longer. I think today and tomorrow are going to be the last days I do it. I'll switch to B flat. No, I'll switch to G after this one, and then I'll do B flat. But G is next. So I'm going to do that soon. I'm gonna aim for tomorrow, and we'll probably start it by Sunday. We're definitely gonna have it by Sunday. That's when we're gonna do it. We'll probably do something like this 2 days in a row, and then move on to G. When we get done with all the scale series, which at this rate we might never, but when we get done with all the scale series, what I'll do is I'll just pick one scale and play that for every series. So I'll pick the harmonic minor scale and play all 12 of them. So that's how it's going to go. And plus, a lot of these will get easier as time goes on. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's a few of them that are the same no matter what, or have like different variations that are all pretty much the same, just start on different notes. Stuff like that. So, yeah. So those will get easier. The rest will not, but that's just how the cookie crumbles as it is. So, yeah, without further ado. Okay. I have to get a feel for the speed before I start, because this is kind of a cold start. This is what cold start kind of sounds like. You shouldn't cold start, you should warm up, but sometimes you just cold start. There we go. That was pretty easy. Major scale in thirds. I don't think I did this at 120, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna see what happens. Okay, we're gonna slow it down. For this one, we'll do 108. That's a good tempo for me, I think. Yeah. Gross. All right, we need to work on this one. We're gonna move on, come back. 120 again for the harmonic minor scale. Oh, I hit the octave key, but I had it. We're gonna move on. That's a good one. I like it. Oops, no. Melodic minor scale. I don't think I did either of these this fast either. I think I kept these on 108, but you know, progress. Okay, we're gonna work on that one too. Yeah. So next one, hold the pentatonic. Alright, that's good. Whole tone. Oh, that's fine. We're not going to review that one, but since we're going to practice that a lot more when we do a different one. The G is actually going to be the same one, so we're going to practice it more there. For now, we'll move on because the rest of it was pretty good. Major arpeggio. Easy. Minor arpeggio. Alright. Diminished arpeggio. We're going to review that one too. Alright, so scale in thirds, melodic minor, diminished arpeggio. This is the three so far. Yeah. Scale in thirds, melodic, diminished, augmented, so. Alright, good enough. Major 7. Good enough. All right. Diminished, dominant 7 chord. Good. Minor 7. I'm gonna work on that one too. Minor 7. Next. Why is that better though? No idea. That was not too bad. We'll move on from that one. Oh yeah. I think that's one of the ones we practiced, but it's actually not too bad. I could probably give that a few reps at the end if I have time. All right. There we go. Whoa. That's fast. Okay, we're gonna work on that one too. So we'll start with the major scale in thirds. So 92. Fun exercise. Yeah. Alright, going up. It's going well. You got a water today. It's cold too. Look at the condensation on that thing right there. Look at that. That's cold. Because you got it from a water fountain at Winn-Dixie. So I worked there. And I had 8-hour access to the water fountains. Plus whenever I leave and get there. Roughly 8 hours. So free water. Just needed that. I don't know. Whoa. A little rasher for you. I think it's the composer is Von Koch, Koch, Von Koch. And the recording I have on Spotify is from Sigurd Rascher, one of the greatest saxophonists of all time, by the way. Go look him up if you haven't. I'm not nearly as good. That song's meant for alto, by the way, which is why I got really high at the end. Like, by the end of this song, he's hitting like. I don't know G. But yeah, he's like hitting that high. And he's doing it like very beautifully. Like I can't do it quite as well as he did. But it's gorgeous. Go listen to it. I didn't know I could do that, by the way. That's new. That's a new thing. Yeah, we just both discovered that. Anyway. See? Take a break every now and then. Works. Wasn't enough there. Something like that, and then it's like it does a little run, but I'm not gonna play the run because I don't know it. I'm doing all this by ear, by the way. That's why it's messing up so many times. Yeah. Ran out of air. Delicious. I love water. It's so good for you. And it's delicious. Saxophone's fun, by the way. So that's a fun trick you can do when you're learning inharmonic, or it's not inharmonics. What's it called? Just regular harmonics. When you're learning harmonics, you can hum into your instrument, and it's the same trick behind growling. But you can hum into your instrument, and the mouth shape you need in order to make the note is also the mouth shape in order you need to play the note. So I can go, ah, or I'll do an easier example. I go, ah. Like that. Now it's a little trickier to do because I have a really low voice, so even that last note there is really high for me, which is why I use falsetto, but even in my falsetto it gets kind of steep. Theoretically, if you do it right, you can do it as high as you want, which is what I was trying to do a minute ago, though. Like you can go pretty high doing that trick. But I'm not very good at it yet, so I actually didn't think I could do it while I was humming into the instrument. Humming in the instrument, by the way, is what most people do in order to get a good growl. So Like that. So it like messes with the airflow somehow and makes that really nice growling sound. I got to the point where I could change the note I was humming while playing a note. So I might still be able to do that. I'm gonna try it on A. I don't know if you heard that, but I went like right there. Ideally, when you growl, you want to be about a fifth away from whatever it is you're playing. So if I'm playing, then I want to hum either or be about a fifth away. So, or. And that's where you get that nice growl sound. You can be farther than that. The tricky part about that, though, is especially if you have a low voice like mine, even at the octave, it sounds weird. So. See, at that point, it just shoots up the upper octave. That's kind of how that works. But yeah, fun trick. If you didn't know how to do that, it takes a little bit of effort to learn how to do it, but it's far easier than trying to actually growl into your instrument, which is what some people do. So like they'll go, I'm gonna try to do it. That's a lot harder to do, and it'll irritate your throat after a while. Like you'll start to cough and stuff. That's only for like really hard growls. You don't want to do that often. Plus, like I said, it'll hurt your throat. If you don't have enough endurance in your throat, it will actually tear it. So don't do that as much. Don't do that one if you can help it. Do the hum. The hum is far easier and it is more applicable to all the instruments than just saxophone. The growl would be, or the actual growl would be a lot harder on other instruments, but the hum you can do on anything. So yeah, keep that one. You can hum while you whistle. So I found this one out. And it gets like a fun little sound there. That's a good way to practice it, is to hum while you whistle, because there's no air resistance. It's easier when there is resistance, like in an instrument like this. Yeah, fun trick to try at home. So. Good enough. Moving on. Yeah, this is why I get nothing done, by the way. When I practice by myself, I'm not talking to a camera, but I'm doing all of the same nonsense. In fact, I'm often playing random stuff more than I do in the videos. So, yeah. All this time I'd be talking, I'd actually probably just be doodling on my saxophone rather than practicing. So, do it that what you will. Gross. Yeah. I'll come back to this one. We got other skills to practice, so yeah. We'll do all of them again at the end, the ones I missed. Melodic minor scale, jumping. Bolero. Anyway. The other growl you can do, I forgot about this one. This is the second most common, is if you can roll your R's, which some people can't do. I'm not very good at it, so I don't do this one. But if you can roll your R's, then just roll your R's into the saxophone. That's actually called a flutter tongue, but we more often use it for growling than flutter tonguing. It gets the same effect. I'm going to attempt it. It's really usually bad when I do it. Like that. I obviously my sound kind of sucks, but I got it a couple times in there. That's what a flutter tongue sounds like if you do it badly. But you can get better at it. Actually, if you are a flautist out there, that is the right way to pronounce a person who plays the flute. A flautist, F-L-A-U-T-I-S-T-S, flautists. So all you flautists out there, y'all actually will probably have to learn that quickly. A lot of flute music uses flutter tongue. Clarinet, saxophone use it far less than flute does, but if you're doing the flute, if you plan on switching from saxophone to flute for any reason whatsoever, be prepared. Learn how to flutter tongue. It'll help you a lot. My growl, the humming one, only works so well for something like that, but you'd really want to learn how to flutter tongue if you plan on to stay on more classical music, because the humming one is really considered a multiphonic, which is how you get the growl sound, but it is a multiphonic, not a tongue. It's not an actual growl. It's a multiphonic you produce with your voice. Actually, it's like playing two different instruments at once, interestingly. So, yeah, learn how to flutter tongue if you're a flautist. I don't know if any other instruments do it. Comment down below if you flutter tongue and you're not a flautist and a woodwind player generally. Comment down below if you're a double reed player and you literally can't. I don't know if double reeds can or not. I'm not going to look it up either. Y'all just going to have to tell me. That's hard. Oh, I'm scared of the fly away. Hang on. I'm sorry. It flew away. It's pretty funny. Sorry if that hurt your ears. I did apologize beforehand. So that's on you. Okay. Let's do something real quick. I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's the different lets. So the first one was a half note triplet, or that was a quarter note triplet. So that's a quarter note triplet, which is normal. Then you had the eighth notes. Then you had triplet, eighth note triplet. These were all eighth note, by the way. Eighth note triplet. Then you have the 16th note. Then it gets tricky. The quintuplet. That means there's 5 in one beat. That one's really hard to do because 5 is a weird note, or a 5 number in music. You're almost never going to find 5 in music unless it's music theory. And like 5/4, a weird key. It was a weird time signature. 5 sharps, 5 flats are terrible key signatures. Like 5 is a goofy number in music. The easiest song I can think of in 5/4 is "Take 5" by Dave Brubeck. If you haven't heard that one, go listen to it. It's a fantastic jazz piece. I don't know how to play it on tenor. I can always try. Okay. Okay. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to turn this off for a second. Okay. 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. And the reason they do that is because of a pattern that's very common in 5/4 to make it less weird called, I don't remember, I think it's the semiclave pattern, semiclave. What song is popping into your head right now as I do that? If you said literally anything other than Mission Impossible, type it in the comments. I'm actually very curious. But yeah, that pattern is very common in 5/4. Like that. Sometimes they don't really have that second note in there, they just go bum. I can't style with my left hand very well, even though I'm left-handed. But yeah, that is kind of how it goes. 5/4 is weird otherwise, because then you just have 5 notes, and 5 notes doesn't really fit well. Like, you notice that that's 5 notes, but it's a group of 4 and then the 5th note. Land, land. There's still groups of 4 in there. It's not really 5. It's 4 and then 1, or 1 and then 2, or 2 and then 1, so on and so forth. But if you do actual 5 beats in a measure, it kind of sounds weird. So people don't really do that. I'm trying to think of a piece that does just 5. So we did in band, what was it called? Armenian Dances. We did a song called Armenian Dances, and in the song there's a 5/8 section and the alto sax gets the solo. I do not know how to play the first solo, but I can try and do the second one by ear because it's a lot easier. That's what it sounds like. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2, like that. So, and that does kind of separate out the beat. You get the but it's supposed to be a dance, so you want those to be fluid, and that's kind of where you get the 5 from. Like that. So yeah, and then I can attempt to play the, so I so it's like like that. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3, and they separate it like that to make it a little bit easier to digest, but ultimately you want it to be kind of smooth, which is why you don't really hear drummers going when you hear that song. It's not meant to be that way. It's a dance. It's fluid. It's elegant. So that's kind of where you're going to get most of the 5 feel from. It's not really from, it's from the beats, but it's never, you're going to feel it in your heart. You're not going to feel it in your ears. So, yeah, because your ears don't like it. I only have 10 minutes left, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go back through those two and the other ones and just try and play. I'm gonna give each one 2 minutes, and then we'll call it. Yeah, we'll call it. Oh yeah. Get off my water. Nasty little fly. Nasty. Gross. Sound more like the video game Gollum than the real one. I was going for the movie Gollum, but I ended up sounding like the video game Gollum. Yeah. Anyway. Everybody, we're moving on. Ha! Got you. That was 2 minutes. So anyway. That would need a lot of work. We're gonna spend all of tomorrow on these scales, for sure. Yeah. Why did I do that? I don't know. That was the best one yet. It's a good thing because we got to move on. What was the other ones? Not whole tone. Minor art bit? No, it was diminished. That's right. We're gonna keep going. These are actually pretty good. I just need to warm up, I guess. I don't know. I can feel pain right there from that exercise right there. Your hands will hurt. Your wrists, really. But your hands will hurt when you practice, by the way. If you practice like I do, you will actually hurt a little bit. You'll get sore. That's, I'm not going to say that's normal, but expect it. And maybe don't shy away from it, but definitely don't hurt yourself, like actually hurt yourself. You can give yourself carpal tunnel playing this action. Just be careful. Moving on. Minor 7. Okay. Moving on, what was the last one? What was it? That wasn't it. Okay, it was the chromatic scale. That's right. No metronome for this. Just because I have a speed and I don't know what it is. I run out of air though. Alright, that's good. That's not 2 minutes, but it was a minute and a half, and that's pretty good. We actually got to hit it that time. Okay, so my triplet speed's about 144, which is 126 beats a minute, something like that. 128, we'll just say, have a nice number. 128 beats a minute is my triplet speed, which is good. In order to get it technically what it needs to be, it's actually supposed to be like 180 for the triplet, but that's good speed anyway, so I'm fine with that. Thank y'all for joining me. It's a nice morning this morning. I haven't really talked about the morning at all. It's kind of nice out. It's humid. The bugs are more plentiful than they were yesterday, but far less than they are at the house. So, no biggie. yeah, I'm gonna do some more of those F scales. I think the chromatic scale's probably fine. Um, Actually, the diminished one wasn't so bad. I'll hold that one for last, but it wasn't terrible. Um, and so I'll focus on the scale in thirds, the melodic minor scale, and the minor 7 chord or arpeggio. So that's what we'll do tomorrow if I practice. Hopefully I do. I should. Tomorrow is my day before my day off, so it'll be nice. Technically tomorrow is my day off, but also tomorrow is the 4th of July. Right? Yeah. Okay, it is tomorrow. Just making sure. I was making sure I wasn't a day behind. Yeah. So tomorrow's the 4th of July. I don't know how I'm gonna celebrate that for y'all. I might record something. I might not. That's not a I will. I actually don't know if I'm going to or not. If I do, then watch it. So, if not, then I'll say happy 4th of July and call it a video. So, yeah. Thank y'all for joining me. This has been practice session number 8. Practice session number 8. We're going to be doing tenor for a while because I think, for one, I like it more than alto, and two, I just have so little experience on it that honestly this wouldn't hurt. So Dr. Rosenberg, who's my professor, is going to be just very interested as to why I decided to switch to tenor rather than alto, but I'll get back on alto probably toward the end of July. I'll probably start whenever I get my audition music for Stetson. That's when I'll start getting my alto back out. Yeah, we're not going to be doing scales as much. They'll be more like warm-ups then, so that's why I'm trying to get through them all now. It's taking a week per, which is not ideal, but eventually we'll get to where they aren't taking nearly as long, or I won't go all the way. The audition music will take priority. These might also get longer. I hope they don't, because at some point I also have to work out, but and then go to bed. So I don't want these to be super duper long. They'll definitely be longer in college than they will be right now, because college I have more time, at least more time to practice. And I'll also have a more consistent schedule that really doesn't rely on me going to bed at a certain time. It will, but not quite like this. Plus, I'll have the buildings and such will be open. People will be awake when I practice, so that's not a big deal. So, like, I'll finally not be a vampire anymore. Y'all haven't actually seen me play at night, but I was going to originally do it on my days off only, and then I decided that I was going to do it every day because I don't want to not do one where, if I miss a day when I only do it on my off days, that's 2 days a week, so I miss at least 50% of my practice time. And this has actually been a pretty good way to motivate myself to practice. I mean, it doesn't look like it. I've had 8 days of practice in 2 weeks, so I mean, it doesn't look like it's a good way to motivate me to practice, but this is the most I've practiced in a summer since I started playing the saxophone by ratio of days missed to days total. So or days practiced to not. So like it's been cool. Like I just haven't been procrastinating nearly as much on this. So this has been a big help. I'm going to continue to do this as long as I can stand it. And maybe it'll get me some YouTube money. It probably won't, but it might. If I wanted to make YouTube money, I'd go into fitness, because apparently my little brother has like thousands of views on like 3 videos, and I have 70, and I have 300 current monthly viewers and about 5,000 total, something like that. I don't remember. I haven't looked at it in a while. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna go work out now, hopefully. Thank y'all for joining me. I'll see y'all tomorrow, same place, same time, same place.